is Greek letters doubling as numbers. I don't know how many yet. I just know that the Greek letter sigma is our modern day number 6. But
okay, now
sigma is an S. Okay.
Okay, now is there several symbols for sigma?
There's 3.
3.
So,
okay.
So it sounds like when you read it off the Greek alphabet, it reads like a snake, doesn't it? Now, if you look at the number 666 that you're reading in most Bibles, okay, it shows those 3 sigmas, which we know as the English number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's that shape, and we've got 3 of those in some translations of the Bible. So it actually says, right. So we're looking at the modern version. Now, the other aspect is that these masons and tares, which all this goes back to Babylon. Masonry goes back to Babylon. And obviously, through history to Rome and to present day. Now, they use Roman numerals, which are Latin letters as well, yeah, and used in the English language. They use those as their numbering system. And the New Testament was written in Greek. So, of course, there's a special reason why it would have been written in Greek, but you've got to remember that during that time, the Romans ran everything. So the numbering system of the time, when this prophecy was given to us, was Roman numerals, not the modern version of 6 that you view in your mind and have this terrible fear of. Some people have a terrible fear of it. It's not that. You should be looking at the Roman version, which says, I'll say it in our terms first of all, which is 660 and 6, or 600 threescore in Roman numerals. So first one,
three score being 320s.
320s, that's right.
Which would be 2 X's, right?
It would be 2 X's times 3. So it would be 600 is DC, because D is a 500, C is a 100. So it would be DC, LX, L is a 50, X is a 10, so that's 60. And then 6, which would be the V and the I. Okay, so that's 600, 60, and 6. And then there's the 600 threescore and 6, which would be DC, which is 600, XX, which is 20, XX, which is 20, XX, which is 20, and VI, which is 6. Okay? Now, if you stack those, and I can't show you on a radio show, obviously, if you stack those, they...
Put those on top of each other or above each other?
You've got to stack them in the order that's shown in the video. I can't really explain it on a radio show, but what it does is it stacks up into the Masonic symbol.
That would be like the dots on the 5 on a die, right? One in each corner and one in the middle.
The 5 turned upside. Well, I can't really explain. You'll have to look at the video, okay? But what you do then is you just take those numbers, and they actually form the name Helios. Once you've joined them together, like you join the A and the L, which is a 1 and a 50 together, and it makes up the Masonic alpha with the crooked cross member. Yeah, it's got a 90-degree cross member in it. Yeah,
right.
Okay? And then you put the D and the C together, so it looks like a half dome flying saucer with 2 horns, because you point the C upwards. Okay, and then you put the X or the X's in the middle, so it looks like a pyramid. An X for swirling thrust, and this half dome cutaway with 2 horns, the horn disc. Okay.
So is that where we get the skull and the crossbones?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the X there, yeah. But the thing is, then when you take those letters, okay, you can form the word Helios with it, and Helios was a Greek Nephilim. He was the son of Zeus. And Zeus was the king of the gods, the Ra, if you like, yeah, that's what he was. And Helios was his son, okay? And Helios is Greek, okay? It means sun, as in the sun in the sky. So you see, every planet in our solar system has been named after Nephilim giants. You know, Jupiter was Zeus, etc. You know, Uranus, Pluto, so on and so forth. These are all Nephilim giants' names. Mercury, again, you know, that was the messenger of the gods, yeah. And the sun was named after Zeus's son. It was named Helios in Greek, yeah. So you would say that's the Helios, that's the sun. You know, it was named after him. Planet Jupiter was named after Zeus. The Romans used to call him Jupiter. You see, so it turns out that the name of the beast is Helios, and all of my other research fits with that perfectly because it all involves discs known as horn discs, wing discs, and sun discs. And halos, because that's the name again, halio, also known as Ao. And this is the thing, God said, I am the Alpha and the Omega.
Which is where we get the word helio, or
Ao, Alpha Omicron, also spelled Alpha Omega. So when God said, I am the Alpha and the Omega, he's telling us, you know, not this guy, I am the Alpha and the Omega. And this guy has called himself Ao, Eo, Io, Heo, Halo, and Halio, and Helios. In Greek, if you're speaking to someone called Halio, you say to them, hey, you know, Halio. If you're talking about them, you call them Helios. It's a referral too. So even this is everywhere. It's even in children's programs like the Teletubbies, when they come on and they say, eh-oh.
Oh.
Ah,
yes.
And there's a sun in their garden with an evil face. That kiddie there with the evil face. It's the sun.
So when they go, uh-oh, they're talking about trouble.
No, they're not going uh-oh. They're saying eh-oh, A-O.
Okay.
They are calling on the name of Helios, who is also known as Apollyon, the beast from the pit. That's his other name, Apollyon. Apollo. That's him.
Wow. So Apollyon or Apollo, you know, what you've just defined has the very theme of Stargate in it.
No, well, Stargate, that's just one of these things that they just put in your head so that you start believing in crap like that, okay? There is no Stargate. The only kind of gate that they're talking about is a gateway out of the Van Allen belt, and that's the end of it. If they can't pull off a ploy such as, beings coming from another planet, they're going to pull off a ploy, we opened the Stargate with a Large Hadron Collider through one of these... Look, you've got to watch out for this, because we've been told some real crap, such as to do with black holes and how they might be a portal to another dimension, right?
Right.
That's in your mind, and that's in everyone else's mind. And if I jog your memory, suddenly you remember, you go, oh, well, yeah, I heard that. Of course you heard it.
What I meant by on Stargate was that all these parasitic Goa'ulds were wanting to be worshipped as gods, and they had names of Apollo and Apophis, and it sounds very similar to what you're talking about here. And they caused people to worship them, or wanted to be worshipped like a god.
Well, the media love messing with your mind, and by placing these things in your mind over years and years and years, and you think you've forgotten about them, but somewhere in your mind it's stored up there because your mind's a fantastic thing. But they mess with your mind, like it says in the Kepler and Agast. The only thing that Satan can do is interfere with your mind. And that's what they're doing. They're planting things in there. A television program is called a program, right there in your face. And what does a program do? When you put a program in a computer, it does what the program tells it to do. So the same with that. And the fact of the matter is this. Here's where a real danger lies here. Everyone wants to believe in aliens. Oh, yes. If you had the choice of believing in aliens from Nibiru, or believing in Nephilim from Earth, pretending to be aliens, which would you choose?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You choose the aliens because your mind has been programmed into a form of excitement since you were a kid, and it does not exist This is the amazing way that